Okay, can anybody see this one? I hate YouTube Live. Je déteste YouTube Live en direct. That's why I don't use it. Ça, c'est pourquoi je l'utilise pas. So now I'm doing it and everybody is stuck with the other one. Maintenant, je le fais et tout le monde avec l'autre. Good. So can somebody type? Type here if you're there. Ugh. Otherwise, I can't do it. No. Yay, it's working. Okay, fine. One person is there. Alex, great. Anybody else? Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un d'autre? We can't hate YouTube too much. On peut pas trop détester YouTube because obviously they're very busy. Parce qu'évidemment, ils sont très, très occupés. Anybody else? Quelqu'un d'autre? Okay, good, right. So, sorry, but YouTube is obviously just absolutely fucking knackered at the moment. Évidemment, YouTube est crevé en ce moment. It's got lots of work to do. Il y a beaucoup de travail à faire. We understand. So, let's just begin. Can you just type dumbass sentence that you want me to translate? And then we're going to start our story project. Donc, est-ce que tu peux écrire une phrase de merde que tu veux que je traduise et après, on va commencer notre projet de raconter une histoire. So, we'll just warm up with a few sentences. On va juste préchauffer, on va juste se préchauffer avec quelques phrases. So, can you just type some dumb sentences? Anybody that needs to WhatsApp me instead, if that works, you're more than welcome. Si quelqu'un veut m'envoyer un WhatsApp, plutôt, si ça marche, vous êtes le bienvenu. Good. So while I'm waiting for I would like you to translate this dumbass sentence. This is a dumbass sentence. J'aimerais bien que tu traduises cette phrase à la con, tu vois, de con, ok? Cette phrase de con. Cette phrase idiotique, cette phrase de merde. Dumbass would be un blaireau. Mais t'es quoi blaireau? So it's not like mother, it's not the rudest thing in the world, but dumbass would be blaireau, okay? Good, so I think we need to start our story. Je pense que nous avons besoin de commencer notre histoire. So I'm going to start our story. Okay, now we have 3 people. God, YouTube, I hate you. Maintenant, il n'y a que 3 personnes. YouTube, je vous déteste. We've lost somebody. And I'm not seeing any typing. Oh, I really wanted to do this. J'avais tellement envie de le faire, but if it's just not going to work, I can see nothing in the typing. So either you're not typing or it's just not showing. I can't do it. Okay. I was sitting in my office 10 minutes before class. Donc, j'étais assis au bureau 10 minutes avant le cours. And heard, et j'ai entendu, stop right now or I'll shoot. Yeah? Arrête maintenant ou je te tire dessus. Ou arrêtez maintenant ou je vous tire dessus. Okay? Tirez sur quelqu'un. Okay? It's to shoot somebody. Okay? Soon the alley behind the studio was swarming with police. Okay? Bientôt, alors très vite fait, l'allée is the alley, l'allée derrière ou le passage ou le chemin ou la ruelle, the little street, la ruelle derrière le studio était remplie de flics. Yeah, était plein de flics. Or depending what word you use for street, était plein de flics. Okay, good. Good. Next sentence. I know if people were here, they'd be typing. Okay, Kimberly Scammon. Police officers on the scene were super hot. Okay, les flics. So on the scene, sur scène would be on stage. Okay, donc les flics who turned up, les flics qui s'y sont rendus, se rendre à quelque chose. Donc les flics qui s'y sont rendus étaient canon. Canon is like hot. Yeah, ou me plaisait, pleased me. Okay, by the way, d'ailleurs. Donc les flics qui sont venus, ils étaient chauds d'ailleurs. Or ils étaient canon d'ailleurs. We got smashed last night. You didn't miss out on much. It was still fun. Where were you? It was a glorious little night. Okay. On a picolé, ou on était défoncé hier soir. t'as rien raté, ou t'as pas raté grand-chose, you didn't miss a lot, t'as pas raté grand-chose. T'étais où? Where were you? T'étais où? It was a glorious little night. C'était une bonne petite nuit. Yeah, we got smashed. On a été défoncé. Yeah, on s'est défoncé is a verb. Picoler is the verb to drink. On a bu. Oh putain, on a trop bu hier soir. T'as rien raté. T'as rien perdu. To miss is rater ou perdre. It was still fun. On s'est bien amusé quand même. On s'est bien amusé quand même. Where were you? T'étais où? It was a glorious little night. Voilà, c'est une bonne petite nuit, une bonne petite soirée. Next sentence. Oh, I can't do it unless I have words. Je peux pas le faire si j'ai pas de mots. See, I know you'd be typing, so it's just got to be the signal. Donc, je sais que vous seriez en train de taper, donc je sais très bien que c'est la connexion. Okay. I'm mildly curious as to whether people would stay at home from class due to corona panic, but apparently they're all at the beach. So, j'étais plutôt curieux de savoir si les gens resteraient chez eux ou resteraient à la maison dû à, la panique due to le coronavirus. But apparently they're all at the beach. Mais apparemment, ils sont tous à la plage. Donc, j'aimerais bien savoir, j'étais plutôt curieux si les gens restaient à la maison à cause du coronavirus. Mais apparemment, ils sont tous à la plage. I'm going to give an answer to every comment. So my answer would be, as long as people distance themselves, that doesn't bother me. À condition que les gens s'écartent, ça ne me gêne pas. À la condition que les gens maintiennent leur distance, ça ne me gêne pas. But most people are being really fucking selfish. La plupart des gens, no, not most people. A few people are being really selfish. Mais certaines personnes, ils sont super égoïstes. Because they don't understand the difference between life and death. Ils comprennent pas la différence entre la vie et la mort. C'est une question de vie et de mort. Because something I heard that was really nice was the distance you need to keep between you and another person, la distance qu'on a besoin de maintenir entre toi et une autre personne, is the length of your dead grandparent, et la longueur d'un grand-parent qui est mort. And that's a way to remember it. Et ça, c'est une façon de ne pas l'oublier. What do you mean by flex? What do you mean by flex? You're welcome, Kimberly. The biggest flex, I don't quite get what you mean by, I'm just guess I'm not down with the kids. Je suis pas tendance, moi. The biggest flex is using mobile data in your own home because the Wi-Fi is being slow. So do you mean like the biggest annoyance, the biggest difficulty? Is that what you mean? Oh, okay. L'arrogance totale, the total arrogance, serait d'utiliser la date au temps forfait. Your forfait, word for forfeit, is your account with a mobile phone provider. So l'arrogance totale serait d'utiliser son propre forfait ou one's own phone package, son propre forfait, lorsque tu es à la maison, ou de la maison, parce que le Wi-Fi est slow à ralentir. Slow down. So, l'arrogance totale serait d'utiliser sa propre date, your own data, ou son propre forfait lorsque tu es à la maison parce que le Wi-Fi déconne ou parce que le Wi-Fi est trop lent, because the Wi-Fi is too slow. Oh, flex as in, okay. Good. My response would be, quite frankly, I'm just glad that anybody can speak to me at the moment because it's like New Year's Eve all the time. Sincèrement, je suis super content que les gens puissent me parler en ce moment. C'est comme le 31 décembre à tout moment. Because it's like when you used to ring people at midnight for New Year's Eve and there was no connection. C'est comme quand on appelait les gens le 31 décembre, il n'y avait personne, il n'y avait pas de connexion. Next sentence from you guys. Prochaine phrase de vous. Otherwise, I'll just start telling stories. Sinon, je vais raconter mes histoires. So, a video that I'm planning is 10 cool memories from France. Une vidéo que je suis en train d'organiser, c'est 10 souvenirs de qualité de la France. So, when I don't have a sentence to translate, I'll just be running through those memories. Donc, quand j'ai pas de quand j'ai pas de phrase à traduire, je vais parcourir ces souvenirs. I'm going to go through, je vais parcourir ces souvenirs. So, the first cool memory from France, not in any particular order, just shit that just comes to my mind, is when one time in the middle of summer, it was raining. And everybody says, oh, the French are very free-spirited and, English are very stiff upper lip. Tout le monde dit que les Français sont très libertins, que les Anglais sont très rigides, quoi. That's just bollocks. Ça, c'est de la merde. General French society is less chilled than English society. En général, la société en France est vachement moins détendue que la société en Angleterre. Apart from with nakedness at the beach, à part être nu à la plage. But one summer, this was 1997, I was with my then girlfriend, j'étais avec ma copine à l'époque, so we're going back quite a long time. And it was raining in the middle of summer, et il pleuvait au milieu de l'été. And I just thought it would be really fucking funny just to walk in the total rain, just around Paris in the rain, just completely naked. And we were living by, where were we living? We were living by Métro Voltaire. So we took off all our clothes, on s'est déshabillé, we went out, on est sorti, hand in hand, main à la main, and we went for a walk, on s'est promené, and it was really crazily warm. Là, il faisait très chaud, because it was the pressure, c'était la pression. Good, it was really good fun, on s'est très bien amusé. But then I was dancing, so I had the body to be naked. Mais à l'époque, je dansais, donc j'avais le corps d'être nu. Now, I'd probably still do it. Je le ferai. No. It's not against the law in most European countries to be naked. It's against the law to be an offense. It's against the law to cause an offense. Donc, c'est pas un délit d'être nu. La plupart des pays européens. Mais c'est interdit de faire un délit to cause an offense. Tu vois, so if you're just naked, so for example in England, if you went for a hike as part of a sponsored naked hike, you wouldn't be arrested. Donc si tu faisais des randonnées nues et tu étais sponsorisé, si ça faisait partie des randonnées nues, randonnées like a hike, you couldn't be arrested. On peut pas t'arrêter, tu peux pas te faire arrêter. It's very subtle, c'est très subtil. And it's often down to the interpretation of the fascist, the policeman that's working you. Souvent, c'est l'interprétation du flic en question. Good. Next line to translate. La prochaine ligne à traduire. So that was the first story. That was the naked story. People take offense, rarely give it. I like that very much. To take offense in French is prendre quelque chose mal. Je l'ai mal pris. I took it badly. Cats are masters of disguise. They are adept at hiding in their surroundings, becoming nearly invisible to their prey. Nearly imperceptible, my cat keeps trying to attack a dove. A true master hunter. Okay, cats are masters of disguise. Les chats sont des maîtres, ou sont des seigneurs, lords, du déguisement. Ou ils se déguisent très bien. Se déguiser is the verb. Adept is a word. Où ils savent bien, où ils ont maîtrisé, they've mastered, à se cacher, to hide themselves, dans leurs alentours, okay? Ils deviennent, they become, presque invisibles à leur proie. Leur proie is prey. Not prey as in, please God, can everybody be okay at the end of Corona? That would be mes prières, but la proie is like hunting prey. Presque imperceptible, my cat keeps trying to attack a dove. Mon chat continue à attaquer ou agresser une colombe. Okay? A true master hunter, un maître chasseur. So, at speed, les chats sont des maîtres du déguisement et alors ils sont super capables de se cacher. Tu as presque invisible à leur proie. Presque imperceptible, mon chat continue à s'attaquer à une colombe. un véritable maître chasseur. Good. Next sentence, or I'm going to do a story. La prochaine phrase, ou sinon je vais faire une histoire. I remember that when I was younger, and if I needed money, alors moi je me souviens de quand j'étais plus jeune, si j'avais besoin de l'argent, most Americans that go to Paris, for some imperceptible, to use Kimberly's reason, wants to go, no, not imperceptible, what am I about? An unexplainable reason, wants to see Jim Morrison's, grave. Donc la plupart des Américains qui vont à Paris, je ne sais pas pourquoi, ils veulent tous voir, le tombe de Jim Morrison, okay, which is in Père Lachaise Cemetery, qui se trouve à la cimetière Père Lachaise. At that time, I was working near that cemetery. Donc à l'époque, je travaillais près de cette cimetière. And I used to see them all, and I used to say, if you give me some cash, I mean, we're talking francs, it was before the euro. I used to say, if you give me 100 francs, I will show you where Jim Morrison's grave is. Donc, si vous me donnez 100 balles, 100 balles is like francs, quid, pounds, whatever, just money. Si tu me donnes, ou si tu me files 100 balles, je t'y amènerai. I will take you there. Oui, donc quand j'habitais près de Père Lachaise, je voyais souvent les Américains qui cherchaient, là où il était Jim Morrison. Donc en fait, en échange pour l'argent, pour du liquide, pour du thune, alors effectivement, je les amenais là-bas, et voilà quoi. So it was a really good thing to do. C'était très, 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 très bien. Because it's like, it was really well paid. C'était bien payant. Yeah. They never wanted to see all the other beautiful Gothic things within the cemetery. Ils n'avaient jamais envie de voir toutes les autres choses gothiques à la cimetière, mais they wanted to see Jim Morrison. And the Jim Morrison grave has been replaced. De toute façon, ça a été remplacé because it was destroyed. Because it was all run down, parce que c'est tout abîmé et détruit. Abîmé is like damaged, destroyed. Hair can be damaged, abîmé. If you bought shampoo that was for damaged hair, it would be pour les cheveux abîmés. Next sentence, or I will go on to another funny memory. Okay, another funny memory is, okay, one time I was in the Paris metro and there was a load of cops around, and today I had drunk sex with a girl that I barely know. Right when I was about to pull out, she wrapped her legs around me and yelled, "Be my baby's daddy." I couldn't get out in time. Okay. Aujourd'hui, lorsque j'étais défoncé, while I was drunk, lorsque j'étais saoul, lorsque j'étais ivre, ou après, so, effectively, s'enivrer is to get drunk. So, après m'en être enivré, je baisais, je niquais une fille, une gonzesse, slang une gonzesse, une meuf, if we're using verlan, que je connaissais à peine, ou guère, barely, okay? So I'll say it slowly, then I'll say it quickly. Right when I was about to pull out, quand j'étais sur le point de retirer, okay, ou de sortir de là, she wrapped her legs around me. Elle s'est mis les jambes autour de moi et elle a gueulé, elle a crié, "Be my baby's daddy." Sois le papa de mes enfants. I couldn't get out in time. J'ai pas pu m'en sortir avant de jouir. I couldn't come out before coming. Yeah, before ejaculating. Avant de jouir. Aujourd'hui, lorsque j'étais en train de baiser une fille que je connaissais à peine, lorsque j'étais sur le point de retirer, elle s'est mis les jambes autour de moi, elle a gueulé, sois le papa de mes enfants. J'ai pas pu m'en sortir alors. Okay, good. I'm enjoying the memories. Honestly, don't even want to type a sentence. So I'm enjoying was je m'amuse. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying something else. It's je m'amuse avec, or les souvenirs me plaisent. I don't want to type a sentence. I don't even want to type a sentence. Je ne veux même pas taper une phrase. Yeah, so I was in the metro and they said, where's your pièce d'identité, where's your piece of identity? And I said, I'm here using my British passport. I don't need to carry a piece of identity by law. Donc, effectivement, j'étais dans le métro à Paris et il y avait un groupe de flics et ils m'ont dit, alors c'est où votre pièce d'identité? And I said, je suis ici avec mon passeport britannique, donc j'ai pas besoin de pièce d'identité. I don't need an identity, a piece of identity, which is normally law in France that you have to have your national identity card with you. Donc, qui est normalement en France, effectivement, la loi que vous êtes obligé de l'avoir avec vous à tout moment, at all times. So they said, take off your jumper. Donc, ils ont dit, enlevez votre pull. So I took it off. They said, take off your t-shirt. Ils ont dit, enlevez votre t-shirt. I took it off. They said, take off your trousers. I swear to God, I swear on my grandmother's life. Je jure sur la vie de ma petite grand-mère. I took off my trousers. J'ai enlevé mon pantalon singular. They said, take off your underwear. I swear on my grandmother's life. Je jure sur la vie de ma grand-mère. So I took off my underwear. J'ai enlevé mon slip. I was fucking naked. J'étais à poil. À poil. Nu is naked, or à poil means to the pubic hair. À poil. And then they just all left. They were a circle around me. Ils étaient un cercle autour de moi. Yeah, ils ont foutu le camp. They fucked off. They just literally left me naked in the tube. They get their kicks. On prend son pied ou on prend son pied. On prend son pied ou on peut. One takes one foot where you can. That's basically to get your kicks. Seriously. I'm not criticizing all French police. Je ne critique pas toute la police française, because there are a lot of people that do lots of good work. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui font beaucoup de bon travail. But there are some assholes. Il y a des connards. I remember one Halloween. Je me souviens très bien d'un Halloween. I had shaved head at the time. J'avais la tête rasée au tendu à l'époque. And this guy basically tried to put a knife to my throat, and he tried to take my wallet. Donc, il y avait un mec qui essayait en fait, il a mis un couteau sur mon cou et il a essayé de prendre mon portefeuille. Okay? Il a essayé de s'emparer de mon portefeuille. Okay? And basically, he tried to grab my hair. He tried to yank my hair out. Il a essayé de m'arracher les cheveux, but he couldn't do it. Mais il n'a pas pu le faire. Another girl around the corner, he tried to grab her handbag. He grabbed her handbag. Une autre fille, effectivement, il a pris son sac à main. So I went with this girl to this cop. Alors moi, je suis allé avec cette fille à un flic. He grabbed the guy. Donc lui, il a saisi le mec. We then go to the police station. On va au commissariat. We are sitting in a waiting room. Et on est assis en salle d'attente. And we can hear the cops punching the guy so that he confesses. I mean, he'd done it, but we could hear them beating the shit out of him. Et on pouvait entendre la flic, effectivement, qui était en train de donner les coups de poing à ce mec pour qu'il l'avoue, so that he confesses it. And then, the cop comes out of the room. Le même flic qui sort de la salle d'entretien, he comes out of the interview room, and he says, right, I'm going to drive you guys back home. Je vais vous ramener à la maison. So we go and get in the back of the car. On prend nos places derrière. Okay? The door opens. La porte s'ouvre. It has to open itself. And they throw in, next to us, the guy that tried to steal our shit. Et ils nous foutent dedans ce mec qui a essayé de prendre nos affaires. The cop will just completely silent. Okay? On est complètement silencieux. Non, silencieux. Then, the cop in question reads out from his information. Le flic en question, il lit de ses informations. And he's like, so did you say that you lived at, in my case, 53 rue de la Tombissoire? And I was like, no, I think you've got that wrong. Non, je pense que vous vous êtes trompé. And this fucking douchebag was reading our addresses, trying to find where we lived, to the guy who was then on his way to be processed, to go to court or something. Donc, ce blaireau, il était en train de lire nos adresses. So it's like we were just going, no, that's not where we live. Ça, c'est pas notre adresse. Because obviously we were really fucking afraid that this guy was going to then know where we lived. on avait bien peur que ce mec sache là où on habitait. So, honestly, I have so many I could tell you 10 fantastic stories about French police. Je pourrais vous raconter 10 histoires fabuleuses à propos de la police en France. Like when I used to ring the police when I worked in the south of France, in the sun, and I used to ring the police, and you get an answering machine between certain months. Entre les mois de septembre et May, entre septembre et May, if you rang the local police station, you get an answering machine because it wasn't main season. C'était pas les saisons pointe. Peak time of travel is les heures pointe. So yeah, you'd ring, they'd be like, vous êtes bien chez le répondeur de la police nationale de Moliette-Plage. Merci de laisser votre message après le bip sonore. Please leave your message after the beep. Yeah, on vous rappellera aussitôt que possible. Good. Any more stories from you to translate? Or am I just going to carry on with my funny stories? Ou est-ce que je vais continuer avec mes histoires amusantes? Okay. This source is the gold standard. So I'll do it literally and talk about options, and then I will give you what I would say. So this source is the gold standard when it comes to brain candy journalism. Okay. So cette source, okay, est dorée of gold, or the standard en or, quand il s'agit de, when it's about brain candy journalism, le journalisme fétiche. Their online incarnation, leur incarnation, either what's the word I'm after? Numérique, leur incarnation numérique en ligne is head and shoulders, et des ligues, is leagues au-dessus des autres ou du reste of the listicle style websicle, des sites web. So if you're in a derogatory manner saying list, as in like alors les listes de merde, or if you put an ass on the end of something, alors les petites listas, like if you put ass on the end of something, you just make it derogatory. Qui populate, lovely, or qui demeure, which reside, qui demeure en ligne today, de nos jours. So you can't say aujourd'hui for nowadays. That has to be de nos jours, of our days. Okay, but I wouldn't really say that at speed, obviously, because it's kind of like specific to what we're translating. Ça, je ne le dirais pas à une vitesse normale parce que c'est spécifique à ce qu'on traduit. But yeah, so useful things would be source, set source feminine, standard, same word standard, of gold is doré, is en or or d'or. You'll hear all three in various incarnations. Their online incarnation, same word, leur présence, incarnation meaning that version of them, leur incarnation en ligne or numérique means digital. Head and shoulders, yeah, you wouldn't say head and shoulders unless it was the shampoo. Sauf si c'était le shampoing. But you don't have dandruff, I know. Weirdly, this morning I was watching a vlog with somebody who was recommending Head and Shoulders, and I was like, but it's still sodium lauryl sulfate, which still just breaks your hair. Alors ce matin, je regardais le vlog d'une fille qui recommandait fortement ce shampoing, and I was like, but it still contains soap. Ça contient toujours du savon. Good, but clearly I'm not the person to look at for hair. Évidemment, moi je suis pas la personne pour les cheveux. Good. Another thing to translate, something a little bit more like normal, a little bit more funny story normal, rather than, niche writing. Or I will come up with another story. Sinon, je vais devoir penser à notre histoire. Okay, one time when I was 18, I didn't want to live with family in Paris. I lived with, I used to look after some kids. Donc, une fois, quand j'avais 18 ans, j'avais pas envie d'habiter avec ma famille à Paris. Donc, effectivement, j'habitais je m'occupais des enfants. And the woman in question was very nice, mais la femme en question, elle était très sympa, but she used to, so for example, the one time I went to the opera, and she had a baby that she was breastfeeding. Donc, une fois je suis allé à l'opéra, elle avait un enfant qu'elle allaitait, yeah, qu'elle nourrissait, she was feeding, but to breastfeed is allaiter, okay? Think that word contains lait in the middle. And effectively, I had to wait outside. Je devais attendre en dehors whilst she was watching the performance, lorsqu'elle regardait la performance. And when I felt that the baby needed changing, yeah, quand j'avais l'impression qu'il fallait changer la couche is the diaper, the nappy de l'enfant. I had to ask the the staff to contact her. Je devais ou j'ai dû demander au personnel de la contacter. Yeah, and I remember that she received presents when the baby was born. Et je m'en souviens bien, elle a reçu des cadeaux quand l'enfant est né. And it was like Christian Dior. It wasn't like Baby Gap or something normal objects. C'était pas des objets normaux, c'était plutôt Christian Dior. C'était haut de gamme, top of the range. And I was just thinking, this is just not normal. Ça, c'est pas normal. And she was English. Elle était anglaise. So, yeah. But she just had a very good job in Paris. Elle avait un travail de ouf à Paris. Elle avait un poste de ouf à Paris. Something else from someone. Alex, can we have something from you, please? Otherwise, I'm going to have to continue with my stories. But at least let me know that you can hear me. Au moins, fais-moi savoir que tu arrives à m'entendre. Okay, let's do another story then while we're waiting. What would be a good one? Oh, yeah. So, the happiest that I have literally ever been, and I exclude marriage, and I exclude children, and I don't mean that. J'allais dire, j'exclus le mariage, j'exclus les enfants. Good grief, that's really happy. Hang on, I've just received an email. I'm just checking it's not Kimberly sending me some text saying that she can't do it on this. 1 second. No. No. Oh, that's so weird. Sue, if you're watching this, remind me W. Just remind me W, and I'll know what that means, because I've got something really weird to tell you. Sue, si tu me regardes, rappelle-moi W plus tard, because I've got something really weird to tell you. J'ai quelque chose de bizarre à te raconter. Good. My dad was a policeman in 1970s, 60s in Africa. Alors, mon père, il était flic, il était agent de police en Afrique pendant les années 60. So, mon père, il était flic pendant les années 60 en Afrique. He was sent out into the bush with a guide and 2 horses. Il a dû sortir, he had to go out, okay, avec un guide et 2 chevaux. Chevaux is horses, chevaux is this piece of shit, okay? My father contracted malaria. Mon père, il a contracté le paludisme, and he was left alone with his horse for 4 days. Et on l'a laissé tout seul avec son cheval pendant 4 jours. Not pour 4 jours, pendant 4 jours, because it's in the past. Alors, malheureusement, mon père, il était flic en Afrique pendant les années 60. Alors, il est sorti avec un guide et 2 chevaux. Il a contracté le paludisme et on l'a laissé tout seul avec son cheval pendant 4 jours. OK? During a nuclear explosion, there was a certain distance of with all places. During a nuclear explosion, pendant une explosion nucléaire, okay, this is really, okay, this is really, 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 you know, sick, okay? This is sick. Yeah, where are we? This is really, really sick. I've got a real personal fear of anything nuclear. Like, it really bothers me. But after coronavirus, I don't give a fuck. Mais après le coronavirus, je m'en fous. But I'm personally, I'm always really bothered by nuclear stuff. So I'm a thick girl. I'm a big hippie at heart. So where are we? During a nuclear explosion, so pendant une explosion nucléaire, il y a une certaine distance, un radius d'une certaine distance où toutes les pizzas de supermarché congelées, congelées is frozen, sont now. Cooked is an interesting verb in French. Cuisiner and cuire are two different verbs. To cook, as in you cook something else, is cuisiner. So you cook well, tu cuisines bien. The pizza is cooked well, meaning the chemical process of change that something undergoes when it is exposed to heat, is the verb cuire, the noun of which is cuisson. So, for example, cuisson rapide in French means quick cooking, like boil in the bag rice, cuisson rapide. So that would be, so pendant une explosion nucléaire, il y a une certaine distance, il y a un radius d'une certaine distance où toutes les pizzas, pizza is feminine, toutes les pizzas de supermarché sont cuites à la perfection totale. Okay? Your neighbors have been vacuuming for the last 3 uploads. They surely have the cleanest floor in the world. Ça fait 3 uploads, téléchargements. Yeah? Tes voisins ont passé l'aspirateur pendant les derniers 3 téléchargements ou 3 vidéos. Sûrement, so parquet, inside would be parquet rather than sol, yeah, ou par terre. Donc, évidemment, ils ont le parquet le plus propre du monde. Yeah, I think if I'm honest, it's the fan of my computer. If I'm really honest, it needs changing. Good. Lovely. Next story, or was I in the middle of telling one? Yeah, so the happiest, no, that's something else. The happiest I've ever been, the happiest I've ever been was when I was on the beach on the Atlantic coast when I was 17, and there was me and 5 Irish kids that I've never seen again, and we were just jumping up and down in the waves that were so ridiculously big, because it's the Atlantic coast in France. If you look at the map of France from left to right, if you stand on the southwest coast, it's like a massive straight line. So this was not quite down as far as the Pyrenees. It was one department up called Biarritz. So it's near Biarritz, so it's called Les Landes. Les Landes. The department is called Les Landes. So I remember, je me souviens bien, ou je m'en souviens bien, one time when I was younger, une fois quand j'étais plus jeune, when I was 18, quand j'avais 17 ans, quand j'avais 17 ans, I was jumping in the sea. Je sautais dans la mer with a load of Irish kids avec un tas d'Irlandais, avec un tas de jeunes Irlandais, avec un tas de gosses Irlandais. And the waves were enormous. Les vagues étaient énormes. That's where you get nouvelle vague from, like with cinema, the new wave. Okay, and I just remember that I had all of my life in front of me. Yeah. Ouais, je me souviens bien du sentiment, de l'impression d'avoir toute ma vie devant moi. And then marriage happened. Et ensuite, le mariage m'est arrivé and took it all away from me et m'a tout confisqué. Good. Anything else? Any more things to translate, or shall I call it a day? I'm going to call it a day at 45 otherwise. Nothing from anybody? Today I was getting sick of hearing the guy in the next room over getting nasty with some girl. So I called my girlfriend to see if she wanted to hang out. Her phone rang through the wall. What Kimberly's doing, which is very smart, ce qu'elle fait, c'est malin. Elle est maline. Maline is smart, like smart, rather than intelligent, smart. Kimberly's perfectly intelligent, but the word for street smart is malin or maline. So she's using Be the Mail's sister website, which is Fuck My Life. Today, I was getting sick of hearing the guy in the next room over getting nasty with some girl. Aujourd'hui, j'en avais marre, ou j'étais sur le point d'en avoir marre, et j'étais en train d'en avoir marre, but that's a bit pushing it. J'en avais marre du mec dans la chambre juste à côté, en train de le faire, in places of doing it, avec une fille. So I called my girlfriend, donc j'ai appelé ma copine, to see if she wanted to hang out, pour voir si elle voulait passer du temps ensemble, pour voir si elle voulait glander. Glander is just like chill, hang out. Her phone rang through the wall. So through is à travers, but basically, and to ring is sonner, but it would be I heard her phone from the other side of the wall. You know, j'ai entendu son portable de l'autre côté du mur. The sentence "don't objectify women" has women as the object of the sentence. Yes, but by definition. I don't use the verb objectifier. I say, objectification. I'd use the noun, personally. So la phrase « N'objectifiez pas les femmes » contient les femmes comme l'objet de la phrase. Good. By definition, as long as one continues to use women as a separate noun, that in itself is perpetuating. So it's like Black History Month. I absolutely despise the notion of Black History Month because I'm like, why do we need 1 month? Because it's like saying, okay, is it relevant and timely to say, it's a good idea to remember shit that's happened and let's have a calendar event to remember that so that we think about that. That's cool. But it's kind of like saying, number one, it's kind of separating people into like black and non-black, which I find really weird. And also it's kind of like, I don't know, it just sort of says, oh, a month is enough. And then in the rest of the year, you don't have to think about it. Or I don't know, I'm just uncomfortable with it. It's like people sort of saying, it's like first generation feminists. Ce sont les féministes de la première génération. It's like they just want to hate men rather than if you're a humanist and you just believe in treating people fairly, shouldn't matter whether they're male or female. It's like giving someone a job because they are a woman or because they're black or because they're gay, just so that you stick to statistics. That's dumb because that's actually insulting and patronizing to the groups. In other words, if you try and treat a minority extra nicely, you're keeping them a minority. So joking apart, that shit's kind of really interesting. Yeah, and somebody that's just going to be really, really mean to you just because you're a white male. So people are like, oh, gay. Oh, that's okay, Luke. Fine. And I'm like, well, why? Why is that fine? If I was a straight white male who identified totally as a straight white able-bodied male, does that make me the bad man? Do you know what I mean and stuff? It's ridiculous. It's just like, and my other thing while I'm on the soapbox is I cannot stand the word reappropriation. So people are like, oh, white girls are doing dreadlocks. Les filles blanches font les locks. That's cultural appropriation. Unless last time I checked, it's different. The majority of Black African nations did not use dreadlocks. That belongs to the Rastafari tradition. Donc ça appartient à la tradition Rastafari. So in other words, oh, but it's okay if you chose to literally have human white hair sewn to your head. Yeah, donc si tu portes de perruques ou des extensions de cheveux blancs, why is that? That's completely fine. So again, it's like, I understand if you had stolen a cultural artifact and you hadn't paid attention and you'd taken it from somewhere sacred, that's disgusting. Si tu avais pris quelque chose de valeur, un objet de valeur d'un endroit sacré, that I can understand. Ça, je peux bien comprendre. If you make light of something, I can understand. So for example, if you're using a North American Indian, costume in a gimmicky, reductive way, si tu l'utilises un costume d'Indien d'Amérique du Nord d'une manière réductive, then that would be stupid. That would be really patronizing. But if you literally, as someone who liked the culture and the art, comme quelqu'un qui aimait bien la culture et l'art, decided to tattoo a feather in the style of a North American Indian. Si tu avais choisi de te faire tatouer avec le tatouage d'une plume dans ce style, that completely doesn't offend me. And people are like, oh, you're reappropriating. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. And the whole point is, as Alex says, you're basically trying to get people to recognize the value of other cultures and say, this is not, red-skin Indian who's got nothing to do or nothing to offer us. This is native indigenous people who've got loads of wisdom. Let's look at their culture. And then when people look at their culture, people are like, oh, you're not allowed to look at their culture. What, but you're allowed to take away their land and get them hooked on alcohol and gaming, gambling. So it's like, yeah, so I completely agree with you. Good. And I will use my platform to say it. Et j'utiliserai ma chaîne YouTube pour partager mes opinions. Good. This is a safe space for everybody. C'est un espace en sécurité pour tout le monde. Good. So last story of the day. I know there is, because I saw a story in the paper. There is probably at least one white guy adopted and raised in China who speaks English with a Chinese accent, and strangers just assume he's a total asshole. Il y a probablement au moins un mec blanc adopté et qui a grandi effectivement en Chine, qui parle l'anglais et avec un accent chinois, et et les étrangers pensent que c'est un con. Donc il y a probablement au moins un blanc. What am I saying? One guy. Il y a probablement un blanc adopté et grandi en Chine, qui parle l'anglais avec un accent chinois, et tous les étrangers pensent que c'est un con. Absolutely. Stand high on your soapbox. I will. So, I will do this again on the weekend. Yep, I will do some specific translation for people. So on the weekend, I will do WhatsApp. So that means you have to WhatsApp me your answers to specific things. I will give everybody different bits of translation. Je donnerai tout le monde de la traduction différente, like we used to do before, comme on faisait avant. Or I might just take a shitload of funny stories and give you them all as a text. Yeah, give you them all as a text. And then we'll translate them together. I might do that. That would be quite a cool thing to do. Or I'll have a whole text of a story and I'll send you all the link. Yeah. And then we'll translate it together. That we could do. Ça on pourra faire. Stay safe. Keep washing your hands. Let everybody know if you're not feeling mentally with it. Do some cardio in your house. Faites du cardio chez vous. Cardio increases your white blood cell defense, la défense de vos cellules blanches. So if you were going to get corona, you'd do better if you've done some cardio anyway. Si vous allez l'attraper, vous feriez mieux d'avoir fait du cardio. Also, it just keeps your mood. Alors, ça monte, ça vous aide à élever l'humeur, quoi. Okay, so do some cardio, do some exercise, go on YouTube, jump up and down, do that kind of thing. Or by all means, go out and keep your distance. Yep, so I hope this was useful. I hope it distracted you. J'espère que ça vous a distrait. Obviously, I can't promise to maintain the same exacting sartorial standards of elegance and self-presentation on Saturday, but I might try. And I will speak to you guys then. À très, très bientôt.